Yet again, I'm having to re-record. Hello and welcome to FDS. My name is Nathan and I am your host. I had to take a week off because I recorded a episode, and when I went to edit it, the audio was fargled. And I don't know why. Still, I don't know why. There's no reason that it was fargled. Anyway, so the episode last week was about Universes Beyond. And how I have, at least I thought at the time, was a bit of a hot take. I have since seen other content creators come out and basically say similar things. But my take on it is I'm excited for it, and I don't think it's as bad of a thing as people think it is. I think that everybody is fearing change. And while, yes, they have every right to have that opinion, I think it's a whole lot of nothing, and I think it'll be fine. Yes, people will leave the game. People have left the game over this. People are going to leave the game over this. I think that just as many, if not more, people are going to come to the game over this. I've heard the sentiment that people are saying, oh, it's going to divide people. Like somebody's going to show up with their Universes Beyond deck and the table's going to go, sorry, no, we banned those because those are just a blatant cash grab by Hasbro. Everything is a blatant cash grab by Hasbro, people. Seriously. They charge sometimes hundreds of dollars for pieces of cardboard. Okay? They print on cardboard, they create manufactured scarcity, and then capitalize on that. They've been doing it since the games, well, maybe not since the game started because they did not realize how this part was going to work. They have since realized and have started to have been capitalizing on it since day one. The only difference between then and now is that with Secret Layers and now Universes Beyond, they're being a little bit more upfront about it. They're just basically saying, yes, there is a reason that the Ultimate Secret Layer cost, if they still did MSRP, it would have been about $150 for 10 or not even 5 pieces of cardboard. Now, why is that one $150 and the Bob Ross one $30 or $40, whatever it was? Like, there's no, like, they're not even hiding it. And if you don't like that, that's fine. That is fine. But I just did their business and business going to business. And that's just what they're doing. And I figure this is a situation where business is going to business and I might get a Batman card. Yay! You know, like I don't see any, I see that there are some potential downsides. Yes, there is a realm, a world, a plane, if you will, where Universes Beyond eclipses regular Magic and someday they may shutter the Magic IP. That may happen. And the chances of that happening may be up to the amount of a coin flip, where it happens or it doesn't. I don't know. And maybe it occurs that Magic changes from being a game with its own world and concept into just being like Munchkin or like Lego or like Monopoly, where it is a game mechanic that gets reskinned with other properties. I don't think that's going to happen, but it might, you know, but it doesn't bother me like it bothers other people. And so I'm actually kind of excited because I think it could open up new possibilities for the game. There is risk, but there's just as much risk of them not trying to innovate in new and exciting ways and taking risks, and the game dies. We shall see. I did see a post where someone was saying the most annoying thing to me is the complete disregard that Wizards has for the concerns of players. My response to that is, what do you expect them to do? Go, oh, you know what? You guys, you're right. You know, we announced this new thing that we've probably already put millions of dollars into, or at the very least hundreds of thousands of dollars into development and research and discussions, and probably have already signed some contracts. But you know what? You guys think it's a bad idea, so we're going to go ahead and scrap it. Yeah, that's not how business works. Like they probably already, if they haven't already started designing, I think they have the Warhammer 40K ones. You know, they've probably already started designing, and I think they've probably already started working on the Lord of the Rings ones too. This is happening, folks. The train has left the station. It's not a disregard. It's they recognize that they've accepted the feedback of the people who don't like it, and then they're gonna see how much it sells. They're gonna do what they did with Walking Dead. And they have since announced that Walking Dead was the biggest selling secret layer of all time. And you know, Mark Rosewater has said on multiple occasions that he gets access to data that we don't have. We just have the data of the comments on the Facebook groups and the Reddit subreddits and the tweets and those. We're just seeing those, and we're in the bubble of enfranchised Magic players. There are probably, I would say, at least double the amount of people who aren't as interested or who aren't in this bubble, and really they're gonna see it where they come in one day and they see, oh, there's a Lord of the Rings set. This is Magic? Cool, I like Lord of the Rings. You know, and 5 years from now, you know, somebody's gonna walk in and be like, oh, the Avengers Magic set. Oh, that's cool. That's neat that they added it to this. Like, that's the majority of players who play. Like, I think about just folks in my play group. Like, I'm probably the most enfranchised player of my play group because I follow all this stuff. Shit, I'm a content creator for Magic the Gathering. And there are people in my play group who haven't even heard of Universes Beyond. I mentioned it to them this week and they were like, well, what now? And they said, oh, it could be cool. We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know what it's going to be. So the only other news that has come out, the spoilers have finished for Time Spiral Remastered. That looks like it's going to be fun, coming out next week. But the bigger, it's not really bigger, but it's just kind of like, oh, seriously? This is something I don't like that they're doing. I will give Magic some big news, is that Modern Horizons 2 is coming out June 11th and is going to have pre-release packs. It's going to be the first non-standard legal set to actually have pre-release packs. So let's take stock. Kaldheim released in February, early February. Time Spiral Remastered is releasing in middle March. Strixhaven is releasing later in April. Then Modern Horizons 2 is releasing in June. Commander 2021 hasn't gotten a release date yet, so it's potential that it will release in May, which means that there has been a major release. There will be a major release every month. Oh, and I did forget that the Dungeons & Dragons Magic set is releasing in July. There's 2 months in 2021 by July that will not have had a major release, and that's January and May, and might still have one if Commander 2021 drops in that month. So that's a major release once a month, almost every month of the year. That's kind of nuts. The second half of the year needs to get its releases too. This is just the first half. For a very long time in Magic's history, a year didn't even have 6 releases. It had 4. And we're having 6 releases. Like, even when they were doing their innovation products, they weren't doing this many releases in the year. They would do 4, maybe 5. And now we're doing 6 releases, major releases, in a year. It's a little head spinning, and it also, for someone like me, is a little hard to keep up with because I like to try to collect as much as possible of Magic. I try to get as many cards from each set, and this makes it hard for me to do so. I'm gonna be poor. That stimulus check can't come fast enough. Anyway, so no, I'm not buying Magic cards with my stimulus check. But yeah, so that's the big news this week. That's kind of bananas. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do the subscribe button, hit the like button, tell your friends, all of that fun stuff that you're probably really tired of hearing right now. But you know, I'm gonna ask anyway because I'm just that kind of guy. Be sure to check out our other shows on the channel, Creativity in Progress and Noobs in Progress. We also have The Hardest Thing You'll Ever Do, which is a vlog of mine. Also, be sure to check out Loose Cannons, which is a debate show that we release on Sundays. And yeah, check it out. And also, yeah, we have Ethan Murphy, who is one of my partners here on the channel, he has a publishing house, Echelon Graphic Novels, where he has a ton of comics that he has created and sold, and they're being sold. You can go to our store, thecipnetwork.com, go buy some books. But for the month of March, to celebrate Ethan's birthday, which was last week, we have a 20% off code on our merch store. So go to thecipnetwork.com. There's links for the merch stores, both at the CIP Network store as well as the Echelon Graphic Novel Network store. Go ahead and check it out and put in the promo code BDaySuit, and you will get 20% off your purchase of any merch on either store. So be sure to check it out. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Magical day. I hope you have a magical day.